I was waiting until we had enough people. There we are, everybody coming in.
Well, this is going to be exciting, isn't it? It's going to be very exciting. I'm hoping that we end up like we did at Stratford, all sort of like parading around our Tabors. That was such good fun with Carlos, wasn't it? That was fantastic. Are we going to be using high D pipes, Gillian, for this? Yeah, high D pipes and Tabors that we can move with, so they're well attached.
Who's our little redhead friend, Lola?
Oh, she's my daughter.
And her name?
She's Gaia.
Gaia. Hello, Gaia.
And she said that
Hi,
she
Gaia.
wants to take part in the workshop too. So
Very welcome, Gaia.
I thought, well, earlier we start, the better.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's really great to see her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lovely to see you, Gaia.
See what all the old people do.
Yeah.
Yes. That'll be the old people and Stephen.
Hi, Birgit.
Hi, Birgit. Hi.
Hi, greetings from Vienna.
Yeah, how are you? I gather.
Wien.
Yeah.
Aus Wien, ja, ich bin
Ja.
aus Wien. Ja.
Ja. Grüßen aus Wien. Grüßen aus Shropshire.
I gather you might have an email from Rob Guest in your inbox.
Yes, she was sending me an email in the morning already, so that I can pay the £10 or euros or whatever to get into your society finally.
Yeah.
Hooray!
Yeah.
Hi, Bill. Hello, Bill.
Hi, Bill. Hi, Bill.
Hey, Bird. Long time no see.
Oh, we got Bird. Gosh, hooray.
Yay!
That's fantastic.
Jolly good. Well, we've got lucky 13 participants, but fortunately Gaia makes it 14. And
Oh,
Jess has
no,
just
Jess
come
as
in,
well.
so that makes it 15.
oh, 15. Yeah, that's good.
Pretty good. Aha. Are we ready to roll, do you think, people? Ready to start? Is that a thumbs up from Steve and a thumbs up from Gillian? Yes. Okay, good. Okay. Right. So, well, fresh from the triumphal stuff with Terry on playing musically, now we've got a wonderful, what I think will be a wonderful session with Gillian on playing for Pavan. So without more ado, our wonderful Gillian is going to take us through playing for Pavan. Over to you, Gillian.
Right. Well, actually, I have pre-recorded this, and you'll see why. I did it down in Village Hall because I needed the space, and I needed you to see my feet. And up in this room, you wouldn't see anything. A bit like the Morris dancers last night. We couldn't see the footwork last night. So over to Steve, I think, who's got the works to be.
Okay, right, here we go. Right, good. Can you see that all right, everybody? I can't see you, I've lost you. Anyway, right, here we go.
This is a workshop on taboring for the Pavan, made for the TTS Winter Warmer 2022. Now, if you remember September last year at the TTS
Oh,
Zoom
sorry,
session,
sorry.
Terry was meant to be leading us in 2 tunes from his second volume of the Treasury. Unfortunately, he was indisposed, so Andy led us in 1 tune and I took the other, which was a Pavan. Now, unbeknown to me at the time, Carlos was watching part of the session on YouTube, and he contacted me later to tell me that I'd got it all wrong, and he proceeded to give me a lesson in how to do it properly. When I told Andy about this, his first reaction was, "Give us a workshop on it." So here I am. Now, I'm no expert on the Pavan, but I want to pass on to you what I learnt from Carlos, who is the expert. Now, the Pavan is a very slow and stately dance. Its heyday was the 16th century, the 1500s. It's not a dance where you show off your fancy footwork or how high you can jump in order to impress the ladies. It's all to do with dignity. Now, our bow says that rich people can flaunt their wealth by showing off their robes and all their beautiful clothing during this dance, and maidens may cast modest glances around the room at other people. It's a dance for couples, and it's a processional dance which must look very majestic when it's being done. Now, in order to tabor for a Pavan, we have to know what the steps are, what the dance is like. So I'll show you now. Leading with the left foot, we go step, 2, 3, 4, step, 2, 3, 4, step, 2, step, 4, step, 2, 3, 4. Then repeat it, leading with the right foot. Step, 2, 3, 4, step, 2, 3, 4, step, 2, step, 4, step, 2, 3, 4. Now, the taboring has to tell the dancers what to do. So each time we do a step, we need one solid, loud step on the tabor. Now, we all know our own tabors. And when I'm using this one, I will have those loud beats in the middle, in the centre of the skin. There are other beats which I'll do more gently, quieter ones at the edge. That sort of thing. If you've got a smaller tabor, you may wish to do loud beats and gentler beats in the same place. You all know what you do. But for the taboring, the main beats are the loud ones for the steps. So now I want you to do steps, the dance, with that one main beat for each step. Think about your feet as you're doing it. This is an elegant dance. So when you have put the first foot forward, bring the other one up so that it is ready to go on to the next step. I'll count 3, 4 in. Ready? 3, 4. Step, 2, 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 3, 4. That gives us the framework, if you like, for the dance. It's the skeleton. I'm going to put a bit of flesh on it now. Every time we have done it is followed by 2 small beats, gentle beats at the edge. So it's always step, 2. The 3, 4 are just, so we get step, 2, 3, 4, step, 2, 3, 4. And then in the next part, we have step, 2, step, 4, because you always follow the main beat with a little tap. And the fourth measure is step, 2, 3, 4. So I'd like you to try that with me now. Ready? If you want to think to yourself, step, 2, 3, 4, it may well help. Okay, 3, 4, step, 2, 3, 4. So now you can try it and walk in at the same time. If you get confused, stick on the main beats. Ready? 3, 4. And now we're going to add the tune to the steps and the taboring. And for this, I've chosen Fortune My Foe, which you'll find on page 9 of Terry's second treasury book. I've chosen this for a variety of reasons. It's never actually called a pavan when you meet it, but it dates from the second half of the 16th century, so it's exactly the right era. And of course, at that time, a tune was never fixed. It could be adapted, the rhythm changed to fit a variety of dances. This one goes beautifully with the pavan. And last but not least, I hope it'll be familiar to you already, because I think you've probably got enough to cope with steps and taboring. So this is how the tune goes, just to remind you. And now we'll put it together with the taboring. And final challenge. The feet, the taboring, and the tune. So, tails and tummies in, stand up straight, flaunt your wealth, cast modest glances around the room, and if you get confused, stick to the main beat. 3, 4.
Bravo.
Wow, that was great, Gillian. That was fantastic. Really enjoyed that.
Perhaps before anybody asks anything else, I'd just like to say when I first started this project, if you like, I wasn't very impressed with the Pavan, but it really grew on me. I read that Arbo says it was often the first dance done at a wedding celebrations. And I imagined a big hall full of 16th century people, all in their beautiful finery, parading so solemnly around this room. And Arbo says that it can, the dancers can go 3 times around the room in this dance. So it went on and on, and it's so dignified, and I think you would get totally mesmerized by it actually if you were dancing, because you didn't have to pay too much attention to your feet. But anyway, there you go. And this is
Well, yes.
Except in York, we'd have to do it da 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 as we rush down the street ahead of the wagons.
Oh, that's true. Yes, good point. Yeah, we would, wouldn't we?
We need a gallop for that.
Yeah, it's really good. So are those literally the only steps that Carla's covered?
Yes. You don't actually have to go forwards all the time. You can go backwards, you can go sideways. I suppose it depends on the room and how many dancers there are in the room, the space and things like that.
Oh, okay. So you can go backwards or sideways.
Yes.
I think the Pavan that Terry showed in the we'll see tonight in the concert. You'll see more Pavaning.
Yes. He told me he was his group was going to Pavan.
Wow. So yeah. So do we have any questions for Gillian? That's the question.
Elizabeth.
I just had one question about the melody itself. I've played that tune before, and I thought the last note was a half step, but you played a whole step.
I play the whole step because that's how it is in Terry's book. I'm like you. I've always played da 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 instead of da da da. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I kind of liked it that way, and I suppose there are discretionary things in that area.
Yes.
So,
yes.
But it made it more of a grounded minor feel. So I liked it.
Lovely tune.
Yes. Perfect choice because it just fits so easily on the pipe while we're walking around.
Yes.
It's not a difficult, great choice.
Yeah, I mean it's really fantastic, and it's It's not trivial to do, is it?
No.
I was just struggling myself, so I'm going to have to definitely do some practice. But it'll be great to have this on YouTube, so we can all go away and do our Pavan practice.
You can see now why I didn't want to do it in this room.
Absolutely right.
Yeah.
Are there any other Pavan tunes you'd recommend?
I haven't really studied them. Now I know there's a Pavan tune in the same book that I think Terry's second book, and he said he was going to use that in his presentation, but I don't think he did. So I didn't use that one. I'd use a different one. Does anybody else know good Pavan tunes?
I think there's one in Arvo, isn't there?
Oh, yes, there's Belle qui tient ma vie.
Oh, that's the one. Yeah, that's brilliant.
Lovely tune. Yes.
How about
there's a Pavan on the first page of Terry's book.
Yes, that's the one. He said he was going to be using that in his presentation, but he didn't. So that's why I didn't use that one.
I did.
So how about when we go to York?
Oh, sorry.
How about when we go to York, we do the previously in the concert we've played stuff as we've come in to the church where we're performing. We could Pavan in like that.
Oh wow, what a brilliant idea.
Take as much time as we like and really build it up.
Go forwards and backwards and
Yeah.
That'd be brilliant. Yeah, and we could do it. We could do it to this one that you've just shown us, couldn't we? Because that's going to be very good to practice to. Yeah, fabulous.
I think Terry's got his hand up.
Oh, is he?
Can you hear me?
Just about.
Only just, Terry. You have to shout.
Right, I did use that Pavan, the Gervais Pavan. And on tonight's video, on the concert, you'll see the Arbo Pavan, danced and sung and played.
Is that Belle qui tient ma vie? That one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was that was used in the Caprio Suite by Peter Warlock.
Yeah.
And the people play it da 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 da. But actually, when you use the words, you have to breathe with the singers halfway through the bar, don't you? Or 3/4 of the way through. Da 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 da. Breathe. La 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 la. Okay. Normal orchestral musicians wouldn't do that. But
Well, it's not a very long phrase. You could do the whole lot in one.
well, yeah. If you got enough breath, which I haven't. But you still got to breathe with those singers. You've got to phrase it like that, with a little break, like a comma.
Yeah.
So building on what Steve was suggesting, yeah, it'd be great to do that Pavan in the concert in York, and we can practice that in Guildford actually, can't we? To Fortune My Foe. Yeah, that'd be excellent stuff. Yeah, and that's a good one for going around in the upper room in the pub opposite the castle there, because we won't be bashing through the medieval floor. Well, that is unless all of our medieval finery, all of our jewellery and so on is just too heavy for the old oak beams, of course.
Are we doing both weekends in York or just the one? Has that been decided yet?
Taborers are doing IPATFA in week 1, and that's our big focus. And then Steve is doing he's leading something the second weekend, which is so we're basically trying to get everybody for the first weekend, and then anybody who wants to also do the second one, Steve is going to be leading that.
I definitely want to do the second one as well.
Cool.
That's two of us anyway.
Typically, the second one has been a northern, group of musicians from the north, hasn't it?
Northern Powerhouse.
Yeah, the Northern Powerhouse.
Yeah. So, Elizabeth, are you likely to be over for York, do you think, Pavaning away?
Yes, I think the dates that I was given is the first week 1,
Yes.
and I was hoping to be there. So I'm making plans now, and looking forward to it. It's such a fantastic event. But when I travel, I try to put a few days ahead of the event and after, so I can get some rest. And because traveling does take its toll, and the world is in such a state, with COVID and the crazy war. So I'm nervous, but I can't wait. I will be there. And I was just thinking, your workshop, Gillian, with the dance included. I mean, that's what I learned from playing for Morris. It's more than just playing a melody. There's a deeper pulse and there's a deeper meaning. And when we dance as well as play, I think we learn so much about the real heart of the melody. It becomes more physical, more beautiful.
Yeah.
And we commit more of ourselves to, it's a whole body commitment to that melody. Makes it richer. Thank you. That was brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it was really excellent, Gillian. So thank you for putting in the work with Carlos. But I mean, that must have been such fun.
Joy.
Did he tell you off very much?
Yes.
I particularly enjoyed it when he told me off. I loved it to bits.
Yes. Oh yes.
And I hope he didn't allow you any coffee breaks or anything.
Oh no.
and that's he teaches everything by dancing it first, doesn't he? And so that time we had the summer school where we danced for a day before we even started playing any tunes.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, the tune has to fit round the taboring, doesn't it, rather than the taboring fitting round the tune.
Very much so. Yeah.
With that tune, Dowland did a lovely arrangement of Fortune My Foe for the lute. It's a lovely recording, or lovely arrangement. And I am sure I've heard arrangements with 2 or 3 parts. Perhaps Terry knows about that. I don't know. But it would be marvelous to have, because it's such a slow tune, to have a good, rich arrangement would be fantastic.
Yeah, Terry.
I have a recorder. Oh, sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. The York Waits play that. Or did. I've got recording of them played it. But not like a Pavan. It's a very sad sort of thing. I was told that they played that tune when they marched people to the scaffold or to be hung.
Ah, good.
And that's what
I have a recorder book with it arranged for 3 parts.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if you send that to Terry, maybe Terry can produce a pipe-friendly part version.
I can put it on my music program and send it out to someone, and then for consideration. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Hi, Gillian. Can I jump in with a question?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, fine.
Hello. I won't shock everybody by sharing my video
it's
at the
Jess.
moment.
Oh,
yeah. Hello there.
Yeah.
That was lovely, and I really enjoyed how you broke the beat down. I was just wondering. So I'm playing for the Arbo dancers at the moment, and it would be absolutely wonderful to understand some of the pulses for some of the other different dancers. So is this recorded anywhere? So I know this is going to be obvious to all the people who actually dance, but just to assist the musicians when they're trying to get the strong beats right. Is this written down? Is it within Arbo? Is this documented anywhere?
Yeah.
Oh right, so Arbo does document the taboring for some dances, and then he expects. So he documents it for some dances at the beginning. It says how important the tabor is, and the pipe and tabor is, and then he basically after that he leaves you to understand the dance. He gives a very good description of each dance, including with the steps underneath the music, and he basically expects you to work out the taboring from the steps, which is kind of what we do for Morris today. It's the same principle.
Yes.
But he does have a section called Bâtiment de Tambour, where he gives the taboring for some dance in the early section. I'll just see if I can find it. It's behind me, as they say in the pantomime. Yeah, carry on with another question, actually. And if Terry could mute, then we won't hear his fan.
A couple of years ago in Gloucester, there was a French woman who did a workshop on different dance rhythms. Particularly remember the gavotte. Well, I remember bits of it. Did anybody record that? Because she went through a lot of different dance rhythms. Considering this might be, I mean, she did the same tune, just changed it subtly. And for each dance rhythm, she had, like with gavotte, I think there were 3 different rhythms that you could use for different gavottes and different times, I assume. You know, just bringing if anybody recorded it.
You're muted, Steve.
I was just looking. I found Arbo's rhythm page.
Yeah, I got Arbo's
for that piece, and he's got the Bâtiment de Tambour.
Yeah, exactly.
So let me just have a look here, and which right? It would have been in the workshops, and let's see. So we have. I'm not sure we have that one. We have playing for bass dance, Cantiga rhythms for pipe and tabor. I can't see one here, but I will have a look through the other ones to see if I can find it. If anybody can remember the name, that'd be great.
The Arbo Pavan is just, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All the time. That's the drum bit. I think in his other ones as well, he gives a bass dance, I think, and that's just the same rhythm all the time. Bum, 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 bum.
So the bass dance isn't the same rhythm all the time, because he he gives oh no, it is actually. Yeah, you're right. It is. Yes. Yes, it's just bum 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 bum, which is, yeah, that's right. And actually, Bill covered that in his bass dance workshop before, didn't he? Yeah. So Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, I think that's basically it, really. Yeah, Terry, you need to mute when you're not talking, so that we can't hear your fan. Haha, yes. Right. Well, do we have any other questions for Gillian? Because it's just amazing, inspirational stuff, and we got work to do, haven't we?
I have something to ask. And thanks, Gillian, because my daughter, you conquered her. And she's here asking, how can I learn it? And how can I teach her? Something like that. She's nearly 5. Any suggestion?
To teach the dance steps or the pipe?
All together. She wants to play, dance.
Everything. Everything.
Very sensible.
I would suggest a drum. Just a drum. Sorry, Gillian.
Sorry. I thought doing the taboring and the steps together was a good idea, because then you get the whole thing in your head.
Okay.
So if you do the taboring without, and then you can sing the tune actually while you're doing it, can't you?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Perhaps we should be making some children's 3-hole pipes. When I go to Catalonia for the Festa del Flaviol, they always have children playing, and really quite small children playing very simple tunes on the pipe and tabor. So they're doing it from a very early age. That's playing the flaviol, and they have a special children's version of the flaviol, which is a bit smaller, and that's quite a thing if you can conquer that.
Thank you.
She's playing the drum right now. Why don't we all get our drums out and Gillian, you can lead a drum part, and we can all just play drum together.
Yeah, good idea.
Right. Shall I give a bit of information about this evening?
Oh yes, please.
Yeah. This evening we've got 2 concerts, and the information's gone out with the links to those. They're on YouTube, and there'll be the chat down the side of the YouTube. So please do use that interactive chat. And there's a short interval in between, but at the same time, I've set up a Zoom. So if you want to partake of the Zoom whilst watching the concerts, then please do. That'll be fun if you've got the bandwidth. So I'm on fiber here, so no problem here. But if you've got the bandwidth, give that a go.
Aha. So do we want to have a quick go at the taboring then, sort of online here together with Gillian leading it? What do you reckon? And then we can all go away and practice, can't we?
What time is the concert?
7:30.
Right, thank you.
7:30, and the second half starts at 8:15.
Right. Are we just taboring then, or are we taboring and playing?
Well, we'll do whatever you suggest, Gillian.
Do whatever you feel comfortable with, I think, is the idea. Chair out the way. Right. Okay, I'll give us 4 in then. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on. Where did I start? That's where I start. Another 4. And I didn't have my original sound on, so I hope it wasn't too horrible.
No, it sounded all right, actually, Gillian. Thank you. Yeah. Wow. So I guess we all go away and practice.
Go away and practice. You've got until July.
So, and then we get onto the Zoom for, I think the Zoom starts about 7:15 for the 7:30 concert.
7:30 start, right. Excellent.
And then there's an 8:15 second concert. And then, of course, we've got the session tomorrow. Get your tunes ready for that. Hurrah. Okay, well, can we give Gillian a huge round of applause, please? Hooray!
Yes, hooray.
Really good. Thank you very much.